What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to another video. Couldn't get Nate or Chris to come out with me, so I'm just kind of solo today. I think they're both at work. The reason we're out here is buddy Trevor of mine got a new machine. It's a 2024 XP4, so this is the new body style XP 1000. It's a 4-seater. I think they came out with this in 23, but this is a brand new 24. I just picked this thing up yesterday. How many miles do you got on this thing now?
15 miles.
15 miles on her. She's fresh unit. It is super windy out here today, so hopefully you can hear me. Yeah, so I've had a couple RZRs in the past. I got the XRC here. We're just kind of out in Mexico ripping some back roads. I'm not super familiar with these. Like, I know a little bit about it, so if I'm wrong about stuff or if there's stuff that you guys think I should mention that I forgot, definitely throw it down below in the comments. But this is the new XP 1000, 999cc. This is their Gen 2 North Star engine or whatever they call it. These were kind of redesigned completely from the ground up for this body style. So what Polaris says is they should be 25% stronger on the frame and everything. Sounds like the CV stuff's all in a different location to pretty much make belts last longer. Sounds like they have about 16 inches of wheel travel in the front, 18 in the rear, and then just over 14 inches of ground clearance. 30-inch Trailmaster XT 2.0s, and then 14-inch wheel on them. But yeah, Gen 2 1000 engine. These make like 114 horse to the crank. So this is the ultimate. So it comes with Rockford Fosgate audio, ride command, built-in radio. Comes with harnesses from factory. Doesn't seem to be retractable. But one thing that is kind of cool about these, I don't really know how to open the damn doors on them, is, I mean, the door opens opposite of pretty much every other side-by-side, I guess sport side-by-side. But the big thing is the seat's supposed to be a little bit lower than the last XP 1000 and a little bit farther back. So it's going to be a little more comparable to an X3 seating position. A little bit different than the older ones. No more speedometer, no more tach stuff behind the steering wheel. It's all in the center, kind of like the first-gen RZRs. But now you get storage up here. There's like phone charge. Oh, don't want to shut your phone charger in there. There's like phone charger, plug-in, 12 volt, and then there's storage down there, and then there is a glove box down below as well. So you get a little bit of storage in here. And then the back seat, battery's located right underneath the back seat. It's pretty dark, so you can see that. But the old suicide doors on her, in case you want to commit. These have the Walker Evans on them, XP 1000s in the past. That's what they ran. If you went with like the Smart Shocks and stuff, or the dynamic suspension, I guess Polaris calls it, would be the Fox electronic suspension. Still adjustable. I don't know if you can see in there because it's dark, but still adjustable like the old ones, front and rear. We kind of just made the front a little more firm before we came out here, and then kind of softened up the rear so it'll be a little bit plusher ride, won't kick the ass end so much if he happens to catch air. But yeah, with the Rockford Fosgate, you get the speakers built in the front. I don't know if there's a subwoofer in this, but it does have the pods in the rear so the people in the back can kind of jam out too. All right, I don't know how well you guys can hear me, but I haven't even sat in one of these, so this is my first time. Like, I've seen these out at the Sand Bowl and stuff, but I haven't actually sat in one or like put my hands on one, I guess. I mean, this seat, I do gotta say, this seat's redesigned from like the old ones. It feels more comfortable than the X3 seat. Like, there's more cushioning. You're still definitely more upright, like a bench style seat, but you do feel like you're more in it compared to like the last RZRs. Trevor had, which on my other channel, you guys probably haven't seen that video, but he had what, an 18 XP4 before. I guess sitting in it, have you noticed anything different?
Ride feels a little different. You do sit down a little further, like you were saying, and you get a little more room actually inside the machine.
Yeah, because they say, I think it's like an inch. I don't know the exact specs, but it's supposed to be like an inch or so lower and then farther back. So you are more in it. It does feel like a lot sportier. Like, I feel like I'm more, I mean, it's a 4-seater, so I know there's room behind me, but I feel like I'm more in like a sand car right now instead of like a side-by-side. There's handles and shit on here. I wonder what this thing's for. Just designs, I guess. These little triangle deals, I have no clue.
Door bags.
Oh yeah, all right, that makes sense. Put door bags in it. But yeah, I mean, this is the 2024 XP 1000 4-seater. We're gonna rip it. We're gonna go, like I mentioned, we're in Mexico right now, so everything is 100% legal. We're gonna go rip over to a little sand spot that's kind of on the other side of the county, and I'll probably hop in here. I'll get some footage of him ripping this around. It is brand new. It's not even broken in yet, so we're not gonna beat on it or anything. We're just trying to get it out and kind of see what it's all about. granted, you're not like beating on it or anything, but like I guess suspension wise and stuff, does it feel any different from the last one?
Yeah, you can definitely feel the upgrade.
Yeah.
You can feel the upgrade in the front and big time in the rear.
Right. I wonder, I mean, because you plan on keeping this thing for a while, I wonder putting a belt temp gauge on here just to see what kind of like the temps the belt runs at.
Not a bad idea.
Because like mine has like what they call like an atmosphere or whatever. It just tells you the temp inside like the clutch housing, but like the infrared ones are supposed to be like way more accurate. And that's I was talking to Charlie about it when I stopped at his house last week, and he's like, it might be a good video to compare the atmosphere stock one on the Can-Am to like one that's like actual infrared that reads the temp of the belt. So I mean, it would be cool to find out what these run at. If anyone knows, definitely drop that down below in the comments. I guess one thing I just thought of too is the RZRs. I mean, the last ones I had, like the old body style, I guess, the seats, and I'm not that tall of a guy, but the seats had to be like all the way back to feel comfortable, which this one, with it being, I mean, the seat comes standard a little bit farther back. I'm gonna hop in here. Yeah, I mean, I would want it a little bit more back. Yeah, I'd probably have, that's all the way back, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, granted, it's back some more, but, I mean, that's kind of just a thing with the RZR. Like, I feel like my X3, the seat, I mean, there's way more room to go back. So if you're taller, I mean, comparable. But, I mean, granted, you're comparing a XRC RR, which would be next step below, like a Pro R. I mean, because the only other thing that you'd have would be Maverick R. So, I mean, these are technically, they're not apples to apples. They're comparing an apple against a orange. Yeah. Still got to press the brake to start these. You cool if I just throw it right in four-wheel drive?
Yeah.
I mean, it does feel completely different. Frame it out a little bit. It shows no matter what screen you're on, you can have like four-wheel drive, two-wheel drive, and your speed. And then when you shift it, the prindle pops up. Heck yeah, dude. I mean, it does. I mean, granted, it's a four-seater, so I mean, it does feel bigger, but you're still. I mean, so is that like kind of upright?
Yeah. From the last 19 though.
Yeah, I mean, yes. I feel like the stomp pedal or dead pedal, whatever you want to call it, was more like how my foot is now. Like an actual pedal instead of just like on the floor. Like I make this makes it feel more like you're driving like a General or a Ranger. Like I would like that to be, you know,
a little higher.
Yeah, because like I like pushing myself back.
Yeah.
All right, it is later in the day. Completely forgot to do an outro, so I figured I'd bang one out real quick while I was editing the video. Yeah, quick overview of the 24 XP4. Figured I'd do a video on it, just kind of going over it in general. Hopefully you guys like this video. Quick outro. Go below. Click the link, buy merch. Until next time, we are out.